Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. 2025 has already delivered some unforgettable K-drama hits, from global Netflix blockbusters to local gems that sparked massive buzz across Korea and beyond. In this video, we're counting down the most popular Korean dramas of the year from January to June, based on Netflix's global top 10 ranking, performance on other platforms like Disney+, Viki, and Prime Video, and the Good Data Corporation's weekly rankings, which track the most talked about dramas online through news, social media, and forums. Without further ado, let's jump in.
난 그 게임을 멈추려는 거야.
First up, the long-awaited sequel that returned viewers to the deadly playground, Squid Game Season 2. This time, Ji-hoon returns not as a desperate player, but as a man determined to uncover the truth behind the deadly games. And just like Season 1, it was a global sensation. It debuted at #1 on Netflix's global non-English shows chart when it was released at the end of December and held the top spot for 5 straight weeks. It stayed within the top 10 for a total of 10 weeks up until early March, and has become the second most viewed non-English series of all time, right behind the first season. While some viewers debated whether Season 2 matched the shock value of the first, most praised its deeper character arcs, sharper tension, and bold shift in direction. Squid Game Season 2 wasn't just a follow-up, it was a cultural moment all over again.
어디까지 기억해요?
어디까지 기억했으면 좋겠어요.
Next up, Love Scout, a riveting workplace romance that centers on a driven female CEO and her surprisingly adept secretary, who is also a single father. What starts as a professional relationship slowly blossoms into something tender and profound. According to Good Data Corporation, it was the #1 most buzzworthy drama for 5 weeks and #2 for 1 week from January to February. And according to streaming platform Rakuten Viki, Love Scout placed #1 in viewership in a total of 123 countries in the second week of its broadcast. Audiences fell in love with its mature storytelling, the natural chemistry between Ji-min and Lee Jun-hyuk, and the clever flip of traditional gender roles, redefining power dynamics at work and at home.
스터디 그룹? 여기 유성공고야.
조포경제학교란 말이 괜히 있는 말 아니란 말이지.
Next up, Study Group, a high-octane high school action comedy about an underachieving student with serious fighting skills who forms a study group at a rough technical school, battling both academic pressure and violent bullies along the way. In Rakuten Viki, it ranked in the top 2 in 74 countries and secured a spot in the top 5 in a total of 147 countries. It also drove major success on TVing, a streaming platform in South Korea, doubling its paid subscribers and unique viewers compared to its first week, holding the platform's top spot in new paid subscriptions for 3 consecutive weeks. With its explosive action, underdog charm, and strong streaming performance, Study Group is proving to be one of the most impactful high school dramas of the year.
심장이 요동친다. 이번에는 또 어떤 마법을 보여주실까?
Next up, The Trauma Code, Heroes on Call, a pulse-pounding medical drama where a war-seasoned trauma surgeon arrives to overhaul a struggling hospital's trauma center with high-stakes life-or-death missions. This series didn't just break in, it blew past expectations. It ranked #1 on Netflix's global non-English TV shows chart for 1 week, dethroning Squid Game Season 2. And it remained within the top 10 for a total of 7 weeks, captivating audiences worldwide. Viewers were hooked on its fast-paced rescue scenes, sharp comic timing, and Ji-hoon's gripping lead performance, which even earned him a Baeksang Best Actor award. Critics also praised its blend of adrenaline and emotional depth.
이게 힘들어.
너 내가 지켜본다. 조용히 다녀라.
집에 가고 싶다.
Next up, Undercover High School, a slick action comedy about a top NIS agent played by Seo Kang-joon, who goes undercover as a high school student to track down a stash of missing royal gold in the school. What follows is a wild mix of espionage, schoolyard chaos, and high-stakes undercover antics. According to Good Data Corporation, it was the #1 most buzzworthy drama for 6 straight weeks from March to April. Fans praised its fast-paced spy mystique, charismatic lead performance, and just the right dose of schoolroom charm. Next up, When Life Gives You Tangerines, a poetic, slow-burning romance that tugged at heartstrings across the globe. Set on Jeju Island from the 1960s to the 2000s, it traces the lifelong, enduring love of Ae-soon and Gwon-sik. This Netflix original wasn't just a visual feast, it was a global sensation. It hit #1 on Netflix's global non-English shows chart for 2 weeks and stayed within the top 10 for 9 weeks straight. It also earned critical acclaim, winning Best Drama, Best Screenplay, Best Supporting Actor, and Best Supporting Actress Award in the 61st Baeksang Arts Awards. Viewers praised its emotional depth, rich visuals, and IU and Park Bo-gum's chemistry against the backdrop of historical Korea.
제 불찰입니다. 죄송합니다.
죄송합니다.
어차피 병원에 있는 사람들 다 알아.
Next up, Resident Playbook, a heartwarming medical comedy drama and unofficial spin-off of Hospital Playlist. It follows 4 OB/GYN residents at Jungno's Yuljae Medical Center as they confront grueling shifts, personal debts, and the emotional roller coaster of first-year hospital life. According to Good Data Corporation, it debuted as the second most buzzworthy drama on its first week, and then claimed the #1 spot for 5 weeks from April to May. It also stayed within Netflix's global non-English top 10 ranking for 7 weeks, peaking at #3. With its mix of warm camaraderie, sobering healthcare truths, and viral cameos, Resident Playbook kept audiences hooked and had them talking for weeks.
천국에서 몇 살의 모습으로 살고 싶으신가요?
저 80이요.
80이요?
Next up, Heavenly Ever After, a gentle yet profound fantasy romance where an 80-year-old woman reunites with her deceased husband in heaven, only to discover he's returned in his 30s while she remains in her senior years. The story blends whimsical humor, emotional depth, and an unconventional take on eternal love. This series soared on Netflix's global charts. It spent 5 weeks in Netflix's global non-English top 10 ranking, peaking at #5, drawing viewers with its unique premise and heartfelt performances. Audiences raved about its blend of melancholy and warmth, with critics calling it refreshing, heart-stirring, and commending Kim Hye-ja and Son Suk-ku's performances.
「 자격이 없으면
자격이 없으면 안
안
되는
되는 거야.
Next up, Weak Hero Class 2, the intense, action-packed sequel to the hit teen thriller. Park Ji-hoon returns as Yeon Si-eun, who transfers to a new school and is once again drawn into brutal fights and power struggles against a dominant student gang, and the unrelenting cycle of violence. It hit #1 on Netflix's global non-English TV chart during its debut week, dethroning all competition, and it stayed within the top 10 for a total of 3 weeks. Prior to its release, the first season also charted in the global non-English ranking for 6 weeks, after it was acquired and re-released by Netflix. Brutal, emotional, and unflinching, Weak Hero Class 2 didn't just continue the story, it cemented the series as a global force in the teen action genre.
이 셰프가 만만치가 않아. 성깔도 실력도 가져야겠어.
Next up, Tastefully Yours, a mouth-watering romantic comedy where a successor of a large food company collides with a passionate countryside chef running a one-table eatery in Jeju. What begins as corporate intrigue over recipes soon blossoms into a heartfelt journey of redemption and found family. It peaked at number 2 in Netflix's global non-English TV chart and stayed within the top 5 for 5 straight weeks from its release in mid-May. Blending romance, food, and heartfelt drama, Tastefully Yours delivered a warm, slice-of-life story that found its place among 2025's most talked-about dramas.
이 퍼즐을 밟았고 삼촌이 저기 누워있고 왜 거기까지 해요?
Next up, Nine Puzzles. A gripping police thriller where a brilliant criminal profiler played by Kim Da-mi and a determined detective played by Son Suk-ku join forces a decade after a murder, uncovering a chilling pattern of killings marked by mysterious puzzle pieces. Immediately after its release, Nine Puzzles became Disney Plus's most-watched Korean series of 2025, and the second most-watched Korean content on the platform just behind Moving. With its sharp writing, tense atmosphere, and breakout streaming success, Nine Puzzles has firmly cemented itself as one of Disney Plus's standout Korean dramas of 2025.
내가 너로 살게. 넌 나로 살아.
Next up, Our Unwritten Soul, a tender, introspective drama about identical twins, both played by Park Bo-gum, who swap lives in search of clarity and emotional healing. One is a freewheeling former athlete living in their hometown, while the other is a high-achieving corporate professional in Seoul. The show is still ongoing and is currently on its third week in Netflix's global non-English chart, peaking at number 3 on its debut week in late May. With a few episodes still to go and steady global interest, Our Unwritten Soul is poised to hold its spot in Netflix's top 10 and possibly climb even higher.
모두가 뜨거웠던 그날, 우린 영웅이었다.
Next up, Good Boy, a gripping action comedy where former Olympic athletes become cops. Park Bo-gum and Kim So Hyun lead the cast as part of the Special Criminal Investigation Team, which fights crimes using their elite athletic skills. This ongoing series claimed the number 1 spot in Good Data Corporation's most buzzworthy drama rankings for 2 consecutive weeks since early June. It also entered Netflix's global non-English top 10 at number 9 during its debut week, despite being only available in South Korea. It also peaked at number 2 in Amazon Prime Video's overall global TV charts. With strong buzz, a powerhouse cast, and rising momentum across platforms, Good Boy is shaping up to be one of the breakout hits of the season.
저는 약속을 지켰는데 그러지 못하셨네요.
Next up, Mercy for None, a gritty noir action thriller about a former gang enforcer who returns to Seoul's criminal underworld after his brother's murder, unleashing a relentless bat-wielding quest for vengeance. Released in early June, it debuted at number 2 on Netflix's global non-English TV chart and climbed to number 1 the following week. With strong word of mouth and positive reviews, it's highly likely to maintain its spot in the top 10 in the weeks ahead. Audiences were hooked by its brutal hand-to-hand combat and noir-style revenge arc, while critics praised its unrelenting tension and tightly choreographed action. And that wraps up our list of the biggest Korean drama hits of 2025 so far. Which one was your favorite? And which hidden gem do you think deserves more love? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more K-drama updates. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. 안녕!